Now I know you want more for your life, more growth, more freedom, more peace of mind, maybe a bit more money in your pocket and joy in your heart. I get it. But let me ask you a serious question. Are your behaviors aligned with the life you say you want? Because if they're not, and you stick around with me for the next few minutes, and I'm going to show you how a simple shift in behavior can open doors you didn't even know existed. And I promise, this isn't hype, it's habits. This isn't theory, it's behavioral gravity. You become someone success can't resist. You've seen people run after success, hard, fast, with desperation in their eyes. And you've seen others who seem to glide into it, almost effortlessly. What's the difference? One is chasing, the other is becoming. And life, well, life tends to reward becoming. Change your behavior and you change your magnetism. Let me tell you something. People are watching, always. Not just what you say, but what you do. They're watching how you show up, how you respond under pressure, how you treat others when no one's keeping score. Your behavior is your silent resume, and let me tell you, that resume gets passed around faster than your LinkedIn profile. You want to know the real magic? It's not motivation. Motivation comes and goes. It's discipline. Discipline says, I don't feel like it, but I'll do it anyway. Discipline gets up at 5 a.m. when comfort wants to sleep in. Discipline writes the book, builds the business, makes the call. Discipline builds the future. What you accept in your life is what your life becomes. If you accept lateness, chaos, excuses, your life will reflect that. But if you raise the standard, this is how I live, this is how I show up, this is what I tolerate. If I followed you around for 24 hours, I could tell you what the next 5 years of your life will look like. Why? Because your future hides inside your routine. What do you do when no one's watching? That's the real architect of success. Your behavior, repeated daily. The beautiful thing about right behavior, it doesn't just work once, it compounds. Hold, the door open once, kindness, do it every day. Character, save $10 once, cute, do it every week. Wealth. Consistency in behavior creates gravity, and soon, opportunities start showing up at your door like old friends. Let me leave you with this. You don't need to be perfect to attract success, but you do need to be intentional. You don't have to shout louder. You just need to show up better. Success is watching. The question is, what is your behavior saying right now? So, who are you becoming? Would you like this turned into a video script, slides, or perhaps a short training series next? We've been sold the idea that success is something you have to chase and run after it, hustle harder, move faster, grind longer. And while there's a place for effort, there's something deeper most people miss. Success isn't something you run toward. It's something that shows up when you become the kind of person it wants to be around. Think of success like a guest at a dinner party. It doesn't just stop by any house. It goes where it's welcomed, where the environment is right, where the host is prepared. And preparation isn't about luck. It's about behavior. Who you are when no one's watching. What you do when the applause stops. How you carry yourself even when things aren't going your way. These things matter more than most people want to admit, because it's easier to chase than to change. But behavior is the magnet. When you develop the right habits, speak with integrity, show up consistently, and operate with discipline, something interesting starts to happen. Success begins to notice. People begin to notice. Opportunities find their way to your doorstep without you forcing them. The world begins to respond to your presence instead of your pursuit. You attract relationships that respect you. You find doors opening that others still knock on. You stop chasing, ring, and start receiving. This isn't magic and it's not mystical. It's behavioral cause and effect. You are always broadcasting who you are. The question is, what frequency are you transmitting? Success picks up on signals, and your behavior is the clearest one of all. Not your words, not your wishes, just how you live, how you think, how you act, what you practice in private. what you stand for in public. Success listens, and more importantly, it responds. Long before anyone reads your credentials or hears your pitch, they're already making decisions about you, based on how you behave. Your behavior speaks in rooms your voice hasn't entered yet. It tells the world what kind of person you are, what values you hold, and whether you can be trusted, counted on, respected, or dismissed. You don't have to hand someone a business card or send a resume when your actions are already making the case for or against you. Every time you show up, on time or late, prepared or scrambling, focused or distracted, you're telling a story. Every time you listen with care, take ownership, show humility, or follow through on a promise, you're adding weight to your reputation. And the people around you, whether in business, family, or community, are constantly taking mental notes. They remember who shows up when it's inconvenient. They remember who keeps their word. They remember who cuts corners or blames others when things fall apart. That memory becomes your silent resume. It either works for you or against you. And here's the part most people miss. You're building it daily even when you think no one's watching. In reality, the little things you think go unnoticed often carry the most weight. How you treat someone who can do nothing for you. How you handle pressure. How you respond when the spotlight isn't on you. Those things aren't small. They are the core of your brand, your character, your credibility. Behavior is influence. It travels faster than any marketing campaign. It follows you into rooms, introduces you before you speak, and lingers long after you've left. You don't have to announce who you are when your behavior already has. Discipline is the habit that unlocks all the others. It's the difference between wishing and working, between dreaming and doing. Motivation may get you started, but discipline is what keeps you going when the mood fades, when the excitement dies down, and when the results aren't instant. Discipline isn't glamorous, but it's powerful. It shows up quietly, day after day, doing the things that matter, especially when no one is clapping. It's waking up early to train your body when comfort says sleep in. It's choosing the book over the TV, the workout over the excuse, the savings over the splurge. It's the voice in your head that says, do it anyway. And the moment you start listening to that voice more than the one asking for ease, you begin to separate yourself. Because most people stop when it's hard. Most people quit when no one's watching. Most people wait until they feel like it. Discipline doesn't. Discipline just does the work. And the magic of it is, over time, it builds trust. Not just with others, but with yourself. When you become a person who does what they say they will do, you walk taller. You start to believe in your own word. You gain confidence that isn't loud but undeniable, and that confidence builds momentum. You don't need to master everything. You don't need to change your life overnight. But if you master discipline, even in just one area, it spills into everything else. Because the way you do anything is the way you do everything. Discipline is the gate. It's not always easy to walk through, but once you do, you enter a different world. A world where success starts showing up more often, not because you're lucky, but because you're ready. Every person walks through life with invisible boundaries, and those boundaries are set by their standards. What you allow is what continues. What you tolerate becomes your normal, and your normal becomes your future. Most people don't fail because they lack talent, potential, or opportunity. They fail because their standards are too low. They let things slide. They say it's fine when it's not. They give out second chances to habits that are silently destroying their momentum. Your standards are the limits you quietly place on your life, and they dictate everything from how others treat you to how you treat yourself. If you tolerate lateness, guess what becomes acceptable? If you tolerate excuses, guess what fills your calendar? If you tolerate low effort, guess what kind of results start showing up? People often say they want more, but their behavior says they're comfortable with less. And until your standards change, your ceiling won't. Raising your standards doesn't mean perfection. It means deciding what is no longer acceptable from yourself, your environment, your relationships. It means telling the world, this is who I am now. This is how I operate. And then backing that up with action. The moment you raise your standards is the moment your life starts rising to meet them. It's not easy. It requires boundaries, honesty, and sometimes walking away from people, habits, or opportunities that no longer match where you're headed. But when you do it, something powerful happens. Your life starts filtering out what no longer serves you, and what remains is stronger, sharper, and more aligned with who you're becoming. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you accept. And the moment your standards rise, so does your capacity for everything greater. If someone wants to understand where their life is heading, they don't need a crystal ball. They just need to look at their routine. Your daily actions are signing your future into existence, whether you realize it or not. Every day you write your name on the life you're building by what you choose to do and what you choose to ignore. Most people think big breakthroughs come from big moments, but that's a myth. Big results are born in small decisions repeated consistently. It's not what you do once in a while that shapes your destiny. It's what you do every day, especially when no one's watching. Your routine is either building your dream or quietly destroying it. You wake up, you hit snooze, you scroll, you react, or you wake up, take control, move with purpose, and act with intention. One path leads to stagnation, the other to momentum. Your routine reflects your priorities, not your potential. A lot of people have great potential, but their routine tells the truth about what they're really committed to. If you want to become more, you don't need more time. You need more clarity on how you're using the time you already have. Your habits are either sharpening you or dulling you, and each day, you're casting a vote for the kind of person you're becoming. When you live by default, you repeat the past. But when you live by design, your future starts bending in your favor. Your routine is not just a checklist. It's a declaration. It's you, telling the world who you are and where you're going. You can't always control outcomes, but you can control how you show up. And when you do that consistently, your results start catching up to your intentions. Momentum is not a result of waiting for the right opportunity to fall into your lap. It's a product of the actions you take and the consistency with which you take them. In life, there's something powerful about getting started, but there's something even more powerful about keeping going. The first step is always the hardest, but the key to real success lies in the ability to keep stepping, even when the path isn't clear. You see, behavior, when done repeatedly, starts to build its own force. It's like pushing a heavy boulder up a hill. At first it feels impossible. You're not sure if you'll ever make progress. But then as you push, something shifts. The boulder starts to roll on its own, and suddenly, you're not struggling against it. It's working with you. Momentum works the same way. You don't wait for it. You build it. You build it with every small decision. You build it with every action you take, no matter how insignificant it may seem at the time. It's that first morning you get up early, the first workout, the first book you finish, the first positive interaction with someone. These small behaviors accumulate, and the energy you create begins to compound. Soon, the momentum starts to carry you, and you're no longer forcing things to happen. They begin happening for you. Opportunities come faster. Success feels more natural. Relationships deepen. Momentum is the magic that makes the effort feel effortless, but it requires you to start, and then keep moving. The more positive behaviors you repeat, the more energy you generate. And before long, you'll realize that the hardest part wasn't the climb. It was the consistency. To conclude, the success you seek isn't found in the things you chase or the dreams you wish for. It's found in the behavior you embody. The truth is, success is attracted to the person who becomes a magnet for it through disciplined, intentional actions. Every decision, every small behavior, every choice you make is crafting your future. Your behavior is your silent resume, your reputation, and your legacy. It's the force that builds momentum, raises your standards, and shapes your routine. And as you continue to show up consistently with the right mindset, your life will start aligning with your deepest desires. The key is simple. Be the person success wants to find. Attract it through who you are and how you show up. Success doesn't chase you because you're desperate. It gravitates toward you because your behaviors create the space for it to enter your life. Remember, success isn't a destination. It's the byproduct of your behavior over time. Make every action count, stay disciplined, raise your standards, and create the routine that supports the life you want. In the end, your success is simply a reflection of the person you've chosen to become. So ask yourself today, who do I need to be to attract the success I've been waiting for? Take that first step, then keep going. The path is yours to walk, and every step you take is a step toward the life you've always wanted. Now go ahead and build the life your future self will thank you for.